Ever wonder what do people have at home that can be either weird or creepy to others? It can be based off cultures or just weird shit in general. My team prepared me a list of 18 of these things and we're gonna review them together. But before you do, make sure you give it a subscribe and a like if you like the video, because this will help my channel tremendously and also make sure that I can feed my puppies and my cats. Without further ado, let's get to it. Keeping dead people in house as part of tradition. Dead grandpa in living room, Filipino tradition. Reddit user Bad Motor Finger was an exchange student who was pretty much traumatized after visiting the home of Filipino family and discovered the family kept their long deceased grandfather in the living room. They say to not mind grandpa as he was always in the living room. Grandpa had been dead some 15 years though, come on! Some traditions, I respect all tradition and we should all do the same, but some of them are kind of all out of the ordinary for others, right? As a European, I would not do that. As an American, I would not do that. But other countries, it's totally normal. So no judgment in this video. Why not, right? Don't you want to see grandpa drinking his cup of coffee on the morning, watching his best favorite show? Oh, question. Do they keep their eyes closed or open, you think? Keeping president's portrait in North Korea household. Question here. Is it by choice or is it because the law? Now, I have no clue. All right, we'll discover it together, but what would you think? Put in the comments, what do you think? This year in 2018, Kim Lung-sun's birthday fall on Sunday, April 15th. His birthday is called as the Day of the Sun. He was born in 1912. Tourists are forced to visit and bow. Forced. It's law. It's definitely law. I just saw something about North Koreans. It's out of topic, but Kim Young-jong, if you say it right, he's sad because he is not able to feed his people. Women do not want to have kids, so there's only elder ladies in this country. Why don't you think they want to have kids? I mean, shit. Life-size cardboard cutout of family member who are far from their families. Carter Lilo family had a life-size cardboard cutout of their dead relatives, specifically their grandfather and their cousin who has passed away, that they would bring out on family holidays. Shit, I'm like thousands of miles away from my mom and she would probably do something like this. I don't think it's creepy, I just think that at least it's just like events. It's not like in your living room 24/7 and it's not a body. Filipinos. Japanese kokeshi dolls, traditionally wooden dolls with no arm or leg. Going creepy, baby. Originating from northern Japan. They are often displayed in homes as symbol of good luck and protection. A popular theory is that kokeshi dolls may be fetish substitutes for babies killed after being born. That's scary. That's killed. Yeah, after being born, killed, not dead. That's kind of creepy. Otherwise, it's just like tradition. But yeah, if it's killed, oh, I know these. They're so cool. I actually love them. You know what? I'm gonna get one in my studio. All right, it's ordered. I got a kokeshi dolls coming over. Next, keeping many urns at the house. So my dog, this dog, Louis, he's a good dog. He's a Cane Corso. He's left in Belgium when I moved to the US to my parents, and he died a few years ago. And guess what? My parents still have his urns with his ashes. And I actually like feel like when I saw it for the first time a few months ago, I was like better than him being in the yard, you know, like underneath the earth. My great aunt has had these toddler-sized old lady dolls that are ultra detailed with human hair wigs, and she sets them up in a chair all around the house. Her late sister made scattered around the house for as long as I can remember. One of them she calls by her sister's name, sitting up in a rocking chair in the living room. It's probably something like this. Yes, that's scary. Look at this. This one is scary. Come play with me. I'm gonna eat you. My friend's family has a shrine for her grandmother in their house. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, she's probably passed away and this is their way of commemorating her. But I asked my friend about it, and it turns out her grandmother is very much alive and healthy. She explained that she thinks her family is a cult and her grandma is the leader. Number 13, well, we got number 13. I was at someone's house whose living room had 8 sofas in it. The room wasn't that big and there was no other furniture. It was like a maze. Alright, let's imagine. You have 8 sofas. It's a fucking kid's heaven. It's a paradise for kids. They go with the blanket over each other and they have like, you know, wars and castle wars and shit like that. Frame white cloth. I was a friend, my little league baseball. Is it what it is? One day I invited to their house for a play date. As I walked through the door, I saw a huge framed white cloth with some weird symbol. I didn't think much about it because at the time I didn't know what the fuck it was. My coach noticed me looking at it as I enter at the house and say, my granddad wore that. It's been in the family for years. Naturally, I was like, "Okay, whatever," and thought nothing of it again. Now that I'm older, I realized what it was. I was going like KKK rope for sure. Worst part of it, that I'm not white. Like, that's funny. I was like, 100% it's a fucking KKK rope. 100%. That's funny. Let's look at the comments. While we at it, let's do it. I was hanging out with friends from school at her house, and her dad took us some gathering thing with a bunch of other adults. We were both 15. Me and my friend walked in from being outside for a couple of hours, and we're chilling in the living room when we hear them all start to get kind of loud. We peek around the corner into the room they are in. This man is holding up a KKK rope hat. We got pretty comfortable after that because she dated black guys. I guess her dad didn't know. Machette in the bathroom, just in case. Machete? What the fuck? Where are you at? Are you in the jungle or something? I get it. You can have a machete in your bathroom if you're in the middle of jungle in the party, porta patty. Is it how you say it? Porta patty. Wood on a house in the fucking jungle, built out of bamboo, right? You don't want one of these. Then you just open the door and go in there and then, oh, machete, just in case, right? Either a snake comes in, or I get lost and I have to find my way back home, and I can match myself through fucking jungle shit. Because, you know, just in case, man, it's literally nothing more than a real machete that hangs in their bathroom. So if someone breaks in, I now keep a bathroom hammer handy because of goddamn it was a great idea. In America, they have guns all around the house, baby. Accomplished family man who hang pictures of himself in their house. Accomplished or fucking like narcissistic and nuts. Politicians and rich people were doing this back in the fucking 1800s. I went to someone home and there were 100 pictures of themselves and no one else everywhere. That's fucking freaky. One of my wife's co-worker invited us to dinner party. He's a very accomplished doctor who is supposedly considered the most authority in his specialty. But nothing prepared me for what I saw when I went to his home. As soon as I walked in the door, there was a life-size painting of himself that one of his patients had given him as a gift. What type of patients you got, bro? You are in the fucking cult. That's 100%. You are with Tom Cruise and all these crazy people. Nothing strange about that. He saved the patient's life and they were very grateful, so they gave him a painting. Yeah, sure. I mean, save my life. I'm not gonna give you a painting of yourself. That's, I mean, I give you a fucking trip in Hawaii, y'all. I don't know. Every single one of these pictures was of him. Not of his wife, not of his 4 children, not of his siblings, parents, or someone he admires. Come on, bro. Put a Muhammad Ali on the fucking wall. I don't know. Even the pictures that looked like there may have been group photos were cropped so that only he could be seen. Come on. What the fuck is that? I had to take a dump. I walked into their guest bathroom. Part amused and part disgust, I looked and noticed there are pictures on a small table across from the toilet. It's our host again, staring at me in a picture while I'm taking a dump. I mean, I would put that picture of me in my guest bathroom just for, you know, like, as a joke, right? Imagine this. I'm like this. I'm looking at you while you're done with my house. That would be funny. My childhood best friend lived with his grandparents. His grandfather was a clockmaker. He mostly restored them. Their large 2-story houses, walls were covered in old restored grandfather and cuckoo clock. Each one of them had small stickers with the numbers so he could keep track of them all. The highest number I saw was over 700. Every hour you were traded to a symphony of clocks. Those clocks were a fantastic piece of workmanship. The guy is a fucking nuthead when it comes to clock. You can't really be mad at him. It would be weird at first when you get a house. Imagine you get in the house with clocks everywhere. Fuck is that? Am I in a time machine? What's going on? What's gonna happen to me, right? But you learn the story behind it and you're just like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's how I would feel. A roughly 4 feet long python roaming free around the room at the gathering with guests. Were you hanging out with Voldemort? Best part was I crashed on the couch drunk with a snake still loose in the room. Come on, man. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Mushroom growing on carpet. Oh, disgusting. All right, for the little anecdote, I don't know if you say that. I had a friend back then. It wasn't really a friend. It was just a woman that was older than us and we're like 13 or 14, you know, probably younger now, yeah. And she was dating a friend of ours. She was probably, I think, 30. That's so weird. She was dating a friend of ours. She was basically a pedophile. And she was living in trash. Like, you couldn't see the floor. And that's what makes me think about this. Dude had a carpeted bathroom. Already fucked up. Dude had fucking mushrooms growing out of the carpets. Don't do carpets. You know what I'm saying? Like, people. Okay, I know in America, you like your carpets, a little cozy shit. You know what I'm saying? A little toes in the carpet. Just like, right? Buy a fucking rug. It's RUG. Google it, Amazon. It's cheaper than installing carpets. If it ever gets some mushroom on it, guess what? You take it, put it in the garbage, go on Amazon, buy a new one. You don't have to replace the whole fucking shit and pay thousands of dollars. Period. Keeping blood in a refrigerator. My dad was a doctor, and it was not uncommon for him to take a patient's blood on the way home and store it in the fridge next to the orange juice overnight, then take it to work the next morning. So I think like a lot of people who were doctors, like you'd say back in the days, they were doing this. Now obviously like you just can't. My great-grandfather Nazi's medal general paraphernalia. My mom's side of the family is German, and my granddad has kept a great deal of his father's possession. He doesn't even register how weird it is, especially in Germany, to keep Nazi memorabilia in the house, let alone show to his grandchildren guests. He's not a Nazi. He sees the medal more as family heirlooms than anything else and shows them off to keep his father's memory alive. It's history. I'm saying it's like when they had the BLM stuff back then and they were fucking tearing down shit, I was like, that's ridiculous. That's history. That's what reminds us not to do the same, make the same mistakes. And now you just want to erase it. Erase history is not solution. I mean, history is history. Keep it that way and we'll learn from history. That's why it has to stay history. So don't get pissed off at stuff like this. If my great-great-great-father was a Nazi, I would just probably keep them. Why not? I'll be like, okay, that's a mistake. I don't want to be a Nazi, but I want to look at this shit, remind me myself, well, I'm never going to be a Nazi. Grenade inside the fridge. Oh, that's weird. Domesticated monkey. That's so cool. Oh, that's weird. A jar of toenail. Come on, man. A house within a house. That sounds weird. I want to read this one. A typical horror movie. You move into an old, abandoned property and climb the stairs up to the attic, only to discover a creepy dollhouse that has been left behind for some reason. Okay, now we're going again. Dollhouse. That is really creepy. Just that this time it was not made for dolls. Instead, the owner found a full-size house in the attic. Yes, we know how crazy that sounds. Okay, so it's not even doll. Holy shoot. Redditor shared pictures of his finding that showed intact windows, light, fixture, and a bathroom. That even were some abandoned belongings lying around. Creepy. Can we see it? Oh, yeah, that's what it is. All right, my friend, if you like the video, make sure you subscribe because I'm gonna throw out some more shit like that. And obviously, it's beautiful to help each other in this beautiful world. Not word, too. Have a good one. I see you around. Ciao.